this is really great that we're here today. I'm so happy that we met. We met originally, I don't know if you remember, at an Inspiration University event where I was already in awe with you. I just had so much going on at my time, and I was moving in certain directions that our time wasn't right together. But you introduced me to this four-letter word, and that four-letter word was chia.
Really?
When I learned and heard chia, my life changed just on that word alone.
It's a great product.
And it was pretty much the embodiment of everything else that I've learned from you, because chia is all about a superfood. It's charging your body, and who you are is all about charging your body and getting it to be optimal. And that's, from that four-letter word chia, it spoke about everything that you are about, and more than anything, your generosity and your heart. Anyone who knows you is that just comes 10 steps even before they even meet you, and that's well known.
Well, back at you, baby. It's you know what, I think life is a mirror, and we really do surround ourselves with those that enrich us and that we can enrich. And as we take our steps together, you have brought so much to my life. And every time I do one of these retreats, I, as a teacher, am also a student, and I learn so much. So,
yeah, it's why I was so glad I did go to your retreat. As you know, I do health coaching as well, and there's different levels. What I find is there's different levels. People are ready at different times, at different levels in their life. A lot of things that you do wouldn't necessarily be where the people I work with are ready for, and what I'm looking for is additional paths, so that when the people that I work with are ready, and there are things that I just don't know, because I'm a coach, I'm not an expert in certain things, and I never want to say that I'm an expert, but the coach is a guide and an advisor to lead them to the next direction. And so it's just great as I get to know you, and as I get to go through your program and went through your program. We were just talking about, I've done a lot of things where I've released a lot of things, and there was something about releasing some things in my life that were ready to go. Almost like you excavated it. You just took it and just threw it in the pool, let it swim away, and that was it. It was done, and that was almost a month ago. And it's like it doesn't affect me. And a lot of times you go to great events, and I've done a lot of things, and then that's good for the moment, but once you step over the door, that's it. And so there's so many things that have stayed with me, and that's what I value so much. And so you have staying power, Becca.
well, you know, there are, and I've been to a lot of events as well, and you know, one of the things that I do like about some of these events is the inspiration and the empowerment that you get, but what's really important to me is beyond that, to give the strategy so that right there you have something that you can move with, right? You don't want to just be in that and see how somebody else got through it. You want to be able to get through it yourself. And
right.
I want people when they're involved in any of my conferences or workshops, retreats, teleseminars, webinars, whatever it is, my books that will be coming out, I want people to utilize them as tools for success for themselves, not just something like, oh, this is nice, this is how some of these people did this. I wish I was them, right?
Right.
How nice of them. You know, I think that it is so important to walk in a way that we're so strong, and to really embody people and give them tools that they can utilize. And it's really simple. Living easy is simple. Some people say I live in a bubble. You know, and I do. I have a simple way. I mean, the people that I surround myself with are most amazing and world leaders and class of people that I've been so blessed to be involved with. But it's really the simplicity and not the complexity or the complications that so many people put it in. Whether it's in fitness or food or well-being or thinking, disseminating, hey, look, we've all have our stories. I have enough stories to carry on for an epic myself. But either you decide to say that was then, this is part of their story, this is what they did, this was part of the journey, and then you move into what your real purpose is. Like you're an amazing teacher, you're an amazing coach, you help hundreds of women and men lose weight and fight the battles that are within them. We still all have things that are within us that we still need to conquer so that those are gone forever.
Right. And I think, you just said something that is very important, and it almost took a whole nother level in terms of where I want to go with my stuff. And a little bit of background is I used to weigh over 200 pounds as a teenager, and no one believes that, which is good, that, my bodies are good, they're resilient.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
You are beautiful.
And what I saw that you just said is the story. The programs that I have is that we have to plot on a story. And I get that I don't need my story because I am beautiful and I do a lot of good in the world. But if you keep on driving your story, and most of a lot of programs out there, even now thankfully there's some great coaches that are stepping up, but the old-fashioned program is take your story, embrace your story, and share your story. And I'm really referring to my lifetime and how I had been brought up through some 12-step programs with compulsive eating. And I embraced it, but I don't want to live the story anymore, because that was then, I got that.
You don't need to repeat it, and repeat it, and repeat it.
And those programs are good, but just like there's so many food plans in the world, I got stuck in it because that's all I knew was the story. And of course you go back to what you know, so you keep on embracing the story, and I don't need the story. And you just said it here. We don't need the story. We have so much available to us. We are a different society. What our parents knew, they didn't have the internet and the social media and so much technology available to us that in a minute we can get out of our story, because all we have to do is call a friend, go outside and yell to the moon on the street. But people didn't know that because they didn't communicate with each other. And so there's the eliminating of the story. So whatever you're developing, I'm not sure, I know that's a part of it, but the eliminating of the story, people have to know that they don't need their story. So that's maybe my evangelistic movement. You don't need your story to be healthy and happy.
Well, that's a chapter in one of the books that I wrote, was, lose your baggage,
Right.
I mean, find the key, get the key.
Right.
But you can't just lose your baggage, because then it's just like something's missing from you, right?
Right.
So
Right.
you really need to unlock it.
Right.
You need to open it up, become aware of what it was. I didn't know my story until somebody made me really own my story. I didn't realize I had a story, but I know I wasn't happy. I know that I didn't live in a place in my heart. I didn't look in the mirror and think, oh, you're doing a good job. I didn't look in the mirror and think, oh, you're beautiful, or oh, you're contributing to people. I didn't really see the value in who I was. And it's come to me to realize, as I share my story and other people share their stories with me, there's a lot of people out there with the same thoughts. And it's so, I almost want to cry. It's so beautiful to open up other people and watch them feel so good about themselves, who they are, and learn what they should be doing in this journey to support other people.